Welcome back. It's Garrick Simeon here for Amber Technology at IBC 2025. And today we're at TASCAM. TASCAM joins the Amber Technology family on the 1st of October. We are so excited to represent this brilliant brand. But today we have Dirk from the German office to say hello and give us a quick tour.
Nice to have you here, and especially to have you here in Europe, in Amsterdam, to see you at this show. So I will take the opportunity to give you a short overview about our product range we are showing here at IBC. And a big part of it is, as you see, if you take a look at the full booth, a big part of it is Sonic View with all its Dante accessories, with its stage box, ST2110 support, Amber Plus support, and all that stuff. So let's start easy. So first, central of everything is the mixing console itself. It's a 44-channel mixing console with built-in effects, digital mixing console. You have auto mix, you have audio follow video, and a lot of functionality for the professional broadcast, installation, and live market. It's working, 44 channels, 24 faders or 16 fader versions. So we have two sizes, but the processing power is the same in both. So you can use the same channel count in both of those consoles. Main difference is quantity of faders and quantity of analog inputs. So 16 with 16 ends and 24 with 24 ends, and 16 with 16 faders, 24 with 24 faders. These can be expanded with the SP16P stage box using not our own format, but Dante. Because we said there's no need for another proprietary format from another manufacturer, so let's use what's popular at the moment, what's the most important format in the installation area. Let's use Dante as base for the console and for the stage box. Dante is done on a redundant way, so we have a primary and a secondary Dante connector. And additionally, we have two slots, which you can mount ST2110 card now, because broadcast is more and more moving to ST110 here in Europe, and not only in Europe as far as I know. And or you can put a MADI card. If you still have MADI equipment and need to connect that to Dante, you can do that with the console. You even can use the console beside as MADI to Dante converter, so you can run your analog mix to something else and still connect directly the incoming MADI signal to a Dante output or a Dante signal to a MADI output. So it even prevents you a converter box, an additional one. On top of that, we have a 32-channel multi-track recording card for the unit, because TASCAM is a recording company still. So recording is our main target. You can record up to 32 tracks directly inside the unit onto an SD card. Or we have a stereo player and recorder, so if you need to have some stamps or some jingles played in, you can do that and still record everything directly on the SD card. So all channels have the typical functionality as you now have: 4-band EQ, compressors, noise gates, and whatever you find, what's ever common now on the digital console that has all the features of a digital console. Works internally with a 54-bit floating processing and 32-bit internal rate. So it's not 32-bit floating, it's real 32-bit fixed converters. So we are working on a really high audio quality level. This is the user interface of the ST2110 card. So you have the patching possibilities and all the configuration settings you can do here. Additionally, we have if you use the stage box not with the console, so if you use the stage box with the console, you can control the microphone preamps of the stage box as if it would be one of the inputs of the console with a gain control. But some people are using the stage box without our console because it's a Dante stage box, so you can use it with every other Dante equipment. And that's why we have a nice app called IO Control, which controls the analog gain and the pad and the phantom power of the stage box. And now, the first time here, we show a cooperation with a company called Mixing Station. They are doing user interfaces or remote control interfaces for bunch of digital mixers for nearly all digital mixers. And the big advantage is you can use up to 12 devices to control the console. This means if you're on stage, you have used the console as a stage console, and everyone is now used to do his own in-ear mix. So you can hand each guy a tablet and say, okay, here is your mix one. That's what you can change. So you can do your mix, you can adjust your levels. You want to have more vocals, so just add more vocals for your monitor and all that. So that's possible thanks to Mixing Station. And yeah, we still have our own mixing app, which gives you a full fourth screen to the original console. So this can run either on Mac, on Windows, or on iOS, and that simply adds the same information as you have on one of those screens. So it's really a fourth screen you can even take away and walk through the audience to control the console. Talking about Dante, of course, we have other interfaces and other products with Dante as well, so we might need to do a little move around the booth now. Before I forget it, that was the Mixing Station information, but shortly we will have the Sonic View as well with the redundant power, because we have redundant Dante, we have everything, but that console still don't have redundant power. But what happens if the power fails? Nothing works, so a redundant Dante will not help in this case. That's why we now build it as well with redundant power, and the stage box already has a power redundancy as well. And that's more and more important for big productions. You can't run the risk that one power line falls off just because someone cut a cable by accident or a power transformer dies. So that might happen, but you still need to show needs go on. So that's as simple as that. What else can we connect with Dante? So we have a range of little Dante compact processors. So we call that series DCP. We have a ML40 out, an ML40 in, an MM2D, which is 2 in and 2 out, and we have an AE40, which is 4 AES channels in and out. So if you need to connect AES, standard AES3 signals to Dante, you can use that unit. These are available with XLR connectors or with Europlug connectors for the installers who don't prefer not to have to solder XLRs, but prefer the faster connection. Then we have the SSCDR250N here. That's as well available without CD drive. That's a stereo recorder player, and the N stands for networking. So you can use it as well. You can store automatically onto an FTP server, or you can automatically load from an FTP server data onto that. So it's a really versatile player installer product, and we have a Dante card for it. So you can connect it via Dante and via the network and control it, and yeah, perfect integrates with the Sonic View series. And finally, we have our DA6400 DP. DP, like on the new Sonic View 24, DP stands for dual power, so that has a redundant power interface. You can record up to 64 tracks on an SSD medium, so up to 1 terabyte at the moment we tested. And this uses exactly the same extension cards as the Sonic View. So you have the IS EBU card, you have the MADI card. The ST2110 card is unfortunately not working at the moment, but at least the other ones are working. And there's even an analog out card, because some people use that unit as theater player, as multi-channel theater player. So in this case, you can use it with the analog out card, or simply go with the Dante card out to your Dante network. So it's as well versatile. It's not only a recorder, it's as well a recorder and theater mode player. Sonic View 16 as introduced, that's the small version of the 24. Same channel count, same effect, same sound, just smaller footprint, less faders, less analog inputs.
Hi there, it's Garrick Simeon again. I just want to thank Dirk for his brilliant demonstrations of all the different kit that they've got here. Thank you, Dirk, and farewell until next time.